Hello and welcome to my review of the OnePlus One. Ever since its announcement and release, this phone has been creating a tremendous amount of buzz, and it still continues to this day. This is because the phone seems to offer the specifications and quality of a high-end smartphone at around half the price. Hence, its maker OnePlus has termed the smartphone the flagship killer. An interesting thing to note is that this phone can be bought only with an invite. Fortunately, things have softened up a bit with the company giving invite-free sales of this phone on certain days. Let's begin with the design and build quality. Frankly, I see no compromise over here. The phone feels well built and top-notch. It has two variants, the 16GB Silk White and the 64GB Sandstone Black. I obviously have the Sandstone Black version, which has quite an unconventional texture and feel all around the back of the phone. The feel of the material is quite hard to describe really. It feels like sandpaper crossed with sandstone softened up a little bit. This is probably the most polarizing thing about this device. I cannot guarantee you that you'll like this texture, but I definitely did. Other than how it feels, I also like the fact that it provides decent grip, something which is really important for a phone so big and so sleek. One problem is that the material gives into wear and tear quite easily. Thankfully, you can remove the back cover and replace it by different ones provided by OnePlus. Now let's talk about the big dazzling display. It's full HD, which gives it a sharp, crispy look. The colors seem accurate and the IPS LCD display seems to have the right amount of saturation and contrast. 5.5 inches is undoubtedly a large size, but they have tried to minimize the ill effects by keeping the power button in a more reachable place and keeping the bezel small enough. I prefer using double tap to wake though. The speakers on this phone give a bit of an underwhelming performance. They don't sound particularly pretty when you turn up the volume. Another thing worth mentioning in the sound department is Audio FX, which is a pretty cool equalizer that comes preloaded with the phone. The phone is extremely powerful and responsive, which is no surprise once you find out that it has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 chip along with 3GB RAM. Users in the past have reported slightly unresponsive performance, but this was due to software issues which have been fixed up to this point. This brings me to the software, which is what makes the phone truly unique. It is in this department where the phone has hit a rough patch, which I'll address soon enough. The phone runs on CyanogenMod 11S, which is a customized version of Android 4.4.4 KitKat. Unlike the modified versions of Android made by other phone manufacturers, this one is free of unnecessarily preloaded apps and bloatware. The software in this device allows for a crazy amount of customization. There's almost nothing you cannot customize on this phone. It gives you control over many elements of the phone, including styles, icons, fonts, animations, etc. If that is not enough, you also have a huge bunch of user-generated themes to choose from. It is this kind of flexibility that allows your phone to be truly yours. You also have other conveniences like gestures, which include tap to wake as mentioned earlier, a circle for the camera and a V for the flashlight. Now to address the rough patch that I was talking about. The OnePlus One will no longer receive CyanogenMod updates, at least for the users here in India. This is because of a dispute that started when Cyanogen Inc. signed an exclusivity deal with the company Micromax. The solution to this problem provided by OnePlus is Oxygen OS, which is an operating system created by the company itself. They claim that this OS too will be highly customizable and free of bloatware. The countries outside India will get CyanogenMod 12S, but as to how long they'll continue getting updates of CyanogenMod, OnePlus hasn't revealed. Once they roll it out, I'll be sure to tell you whether Oxygen OS lives up to the standards set by CyanogenMod. The OnePlus One has an impressive battery life. Under normal usage, it should easily last you a day. That 3100 mAh battery ensures that your phone does not give up quickly. The 13 megapixel camera on this phone is really good. The photos are detailed and crispy. I will allow these photos to speak for themselves. The camera interface was initially finicky, wherein you swipe down or up to switch modes quickly, but as I got used to it, I found it quite quick and intuitive. The video recording quality is excellent. It also takes slow motion video, and thankfully it does so without messing up the lighting too much. So here's my verdict. The OnePlus One has the quality and features of phones that are double its price. It's a real gem. In case you get an invite or an opportunity to buy it, my suggestion is that you go for it. Thank you for watching another video from Techstremely Good. If you want to keep up with more reviews like these, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and you will get notified. I'll see you next time. Check 1 2 3.